Hey everyone, Falling Star here. So today I'm just going to present you guys the Bobblehead and Boomfest test server. Due to various reasons, I don't have access to the Chinese test server this test, so everything I present will be from the global test server. Not that it really matters because everything's on the same page anyways. As usual, I will say that this is a test server, so it isn't official. Things can and probably will change from test server to release, so just keep that in mind. Also, if you want to see full gameplay from new game modes, I should have a video linked below for all of it, although it won't really be edited. Anyways, to start, the main attraction of this test server, Bobblehead and Boomfest. If you played the Pop Team Epic collab on the Chinese server, then you would know what Bobblehead is. It's the exact same game mode, but it doesn't have the bobbleheads from the Pop Team Epic stuff. I'm just showing the official chibi guide for this game mode, drawn in the same style as the mobile chibi guides if you've seen that. But anyways, there are 3 teams of 5 people. You gain points to level up your head size by shooting enemies and healing teammates. Everyone can heal teammates because as long as you shoot the teammate that is not in full HP and shield, you will heal your teammate. If you reach level 6, you will be able to become something similar to like the hero in Outbreak mode. Except that you also get a boost in speed on top of your other boosts. Although you're not invincible, so just be careful about that. A few tips from someone who played this on a Chinese server. Heal your teammates if you're just like free and doing nothing. It's free points and it helps your teammate out, just do it. Just fire your gun at your teammate and your teammate will be healed. That's a game mode. Anyways, now for Boomfest. At the start, a few players are chosen as bomb carriers. The carriers must pass a bomb along. If they don't, the bomb will explode, eliminating the player. Players will gain points if they survive. The game mode is kind of underwhelming in my opinion compared to Bobblehead or Outbreak, but it is what it is. Oh, and if you're wondering about the map, this isn't exactly a new map per se, although Global has not seen this map in matchmaking, I believe, because it got removed from matchmaking when Pure Town or the power plant got added. This is an insanely sniper-oriented map. If you're lucky or unlucky, you could see both sides doing full snipers. It's pretty funny. Anyways, here's a clip of me trying and failing to pass a bomb on. Time for a secret game mode, because for global players, there are actually 3 new game modes. Kind of. If you've played the Chinese server before the challenge system arrived, you might know this game mode. I used to call it Crystal Mine Grab. The official name is Crystal Scramble. Anyways, there's 3 mines in the middle, and you're supposed to capture crystals from the mines and then bring them back to base as points. And if your base has more than 500 crystals, the enemy can and probably will steal crystals from you, so make sure to defend your base. It's a pretty unique game mode. It makes Baimo and Xinghui ult even more powerful because you could just teleport away. Although a later patch made it so that you can't use skills within a short period of stealing enemies' crystals. So Xinghui ult was unfortunately off the table. If you're wondering why it got removed, it was because no one played it. I remembered that when the challenge mode system got introduced, it took me a week to realize that the mode was even missing. And I didn't really see anyone complain about it, so I guess no one really misses that game mode. Plus, I'm pretty sure you can still see in customs, so people who still wanted to play that game mode could just do customs. Anyways, I guess this will be added into Global as a customs-only game mode, but we'll see. Moving away from the game mode changes, time for some Escort changes. There's a new map called Tyve Oasis. I'll show you guys a few points on this map where I remember the most and where it was hard fought over. Although keep in mind that in your games this will probably be different because in my games, we were playing on full Audrey, like everyone had Audrey. It's sad I don't have a clip of it because I didn't record, but everyone was full Audrey, so the gameplay in reality for you guys would probably be different because you guys wouldn't be running full Audrey teams. This is the start of a course. Keep in mind that the defenders have a pretty good view, so use your utilities wisely to go past this point. This is probably another contested point. The defenders have pretty good view. Also, they have that balcony on top or whatever. I guess you could also flank, but I haven't seen anyone do that in my game. But if you're a defender, just beware of that. And this is like the end of the map. When defenders get to this point, defenders should be careful about their left and their right, because it's not just from the middle that the enemy will push. From the left and the right, they will also push or flank you guys, so just be careful about that. You might have noticed that my Audrey has an extra skill. This is because they're officially adding Superstring Escort. It will not replace classic Escort. It'll just be there. I'm not sure if it will be customs only or in matchmaking, but it'll be there. It's not much different from classic Escort, it's just that everyone has an extra skill. So Ming has a flash for real this time. There's also a new cosmetic item for all game modes that isn't demolition, so ranked and casual demolition is off the table. It's a bobblehead heads. You can wear them in other game modes that's not Bobblehead Brawl, although your head won't get larger as you kill more enemies and get more points in other modes. There's 2 bobbleheads that you can purchase at the store. Each costs 600 crystals or 960 if purchased together. In addition to that, they have also added a Lawing gacha box. In this box, there are 30 items you can obtain, 1 per box that you buy. If you obtain an item, you won't obtain it again. Within the 30 boxes, you're guaranteed everything in the box, including the skin, the gun skin, and the chip skin. I think the box is pretty good value if you want the skin, because at most you'll be spending 1,800 crystals on the boxes, and you get the skin plus a bunch of other stuff. They're adding a new type of purchasable, which is a skin set, where you get 2 skins for 30% off plus a bunch of freebies. If you own part of the things in the box, you'll be able to get a discount. And if you own both character skins and both gun skins, you'll be able to get the freebies for free. With all the other stuff finished, let's talk about the balance changes. To start, the duration of Mara's Q has been nerfed by 1 second. As you can see, that took a bit longer. Another thing is that her duration upgrade has been nerfed by 1 second, so it only adds 2 seconds of duration instead of 3. Flamethrowers now actually work with her orb, although it doesn't bypass our shield, it just deals damage now. This is what it looks like currently if you try to use a flamethrower with her Q. The flamethrower is useless when paired with her orb. Galatea in this patch got slightly buffed. Her original Awakening 1 got integrated into her base kit, meaning that she no longer needs her Awakening 1 to be able to teleport to her clones. Her new Awakening 1 now grants fire rate whenever she teleports to her clones. Leona's Awakening 1 also got integrated into her base kit, meaning that she no longer has to use Awakening 1 to build any blocks on top of walls or ceilings. Her new Awakening 1 is something similar to a Xinghui passive. It will grant a small armor regen to all allies that are near her blocks. Notice how when I'm near of a block, I have a 4 armor per 2 seconds regeneration instead of just a 2 armor per 2 seconds. And when I'm far away, I'm back to 2 armor per 2 seconds of regeneration. Nobunaga now only has a 7.5 seconds of cooldown if he wants to place back his pylons after picking them up. He can also place down his pylons slightly faster. All of Meredith's skills are now faster to activate. And her recoil got optimized. This is a no upgrade side-by-side comparison. I marked the difference in red for you to see. As you can see, there is quite some difference. Fusha has received a slight buff this patch. She now deals 10% extra damage on enemies that she has marked. Not really a huge buff, but it's there. Yvette passive's detection range, meaning the range where enemies will detect her, got reduced to 13 meters. Although I think there's a bug in the test server where that doesn't actually happen and it's still 17 meters. Her bear can also run slightly faster now. Yukiri's damage at mid and long range got nerfed. Her fire rate did get buffed from 690 to 720 though. And some of her blue upgrades got changed. Now I am going to rapid fire some Outbreak Mode changes for those of you that care about Outbreak Mode. Xinghui's armor regeneration got nerfed quite a bit. Her active skill only gives 300 armor instead of 500 before, and her ult only gives 1,500 instead of the old 2,000. Zombies now get a 100 HP or 100 armor increase per level, and humans now get a 5% damage increase per level. Leona's blocks now have 400 HP instead of 200, and there will be some passive energy income for both the humans and zombies. Zombies can now also be slowed mid-air and will be slowed for longer. Knockback and slow has been reduced for all semi-automatic rifles, shotguns, and snipers, except for Reichi. For zombies, their active skills charging time now takes 3 seconds instead of 4 seconds. Instead of 6 crystals per drop for the zombies now get 6 crystals on the first drop, 8 crystals on the second drop, and 10 crystals on the third and fourth drop of crystals. The card Armor Devourer will now grant 1200 and 2700 armor per level. Blood Rage will grant 960 and 2100 HP per level. Hunt Boost will grant 30, 65, and 100% damage per level. And Coordinated Attack will grant 20, 45, and 72 damage per level. Ready to Compete will now take 1.5% of your HP per second, however will grant a 3% of damage boost per second. The drop rates for the passive, active, alt, awakening, and dimensional magazine cards have been reduced. And in the final showdown, Armor Devourer, Blood Rage, and Hunt Boost will no longer spawn. And that's about it for the test server. Oh, one last thing before I go. Chat will now be open even after a game finishes. So now if you want to harass a teammate that performed a 0-10 during the game, you can do that now. Please don't actually harass your teammates. Just keep it civil, please. Or you could just say GG and call it a day. Anyways, that is about it. I apologize that it took me a while. The test server opened like Saturday last week. However, I had a bunch of projects to do, so I couldn't really work on this video. Again, I'm sorry for the delay. Anyways, huge shout out to Wikai for supporting this channel. If you would like to support this channel, consider buying a membership. Or you could also just drop a like and subscribe, I don't mind. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.